Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Okay, now back to why we are all here. So the Saturday night party was lit. They had a scam first challenge on Saturday, where they had to like pitch, you know what pitching is, right? Like selling the products to people as if they're selling it to people. All of them did great, but at the end of the day, Kathy won. Like Kathy has been having this winning spree. Is it that Jidenna was like a stumbling block for her or something? Me, I don't know, but I guess it's just when she has decided to focus, and now she has focused, she's getting everything right. So Kathy won, Sadiq came second. I think Ike won. I think Ike was third and Elizabeth fourth. Either Elizabeth or Ike, one of them is third and the other one is fourth. So at the end of the day, Kathy went home. Not went home, of course. She won 55-inch television. Each of them won different inches of television, and for all those that didn't get to the top four, got microwaves. So time for party. All of them got beautiful clothes by the same people that brought the clothes last week. Like, I think this is the best they've given the ladies. The ladies were looking great, and yes, Biggie actually gave Tasha her own dress, and boy did she rock the dress. Tasha was giving us this Cleopatra Egyptian vibe. Her wig, I'm like, what? Where did that wig come from? Like, I already know the wigs that Tasha is always putting on, but she was looking exceptional. In fact, she was looking like Nicki Minaj, Tasha Minaj. Yes, the party was great. We had DJ Kentucky on the Wheels of Steel. It was awesome. At some point, I started thinking, is there any trouble in paradise between Elo and Diane? Because I noticed Elo wasn't really dancing with Diane that much. He was always with Tasha. Well, I don't know. I don't think they were even fighting. Maybe they just wanted to dance with each other, so no problem there. So for all those people that are pitching against Tasha and Mercy, did you guys see them dancing together, praising each other and having fun together? I think we the fans should stop, really stop pushing some kind of fight or feud between two female contestants. It's so not right. Why don't we just pick two male contestants and have feud between both of them? Anyway, so the night, everybody was being careful because the fear of strike, like I always say, is the beginning of wisdom. At some point, even Sadi pointed out that Tasha has been very cautious because of that strike thing. And in the night, Ike had so much to drink that he puked, and Mercy was there to take care of his mess. At some point, Ike was being like a baby, even complaining that why did Mercy initially remove the bucket that he was puking in. But at the end of the day, Mercy and Venita cleaned up his mess, even while the other housemates were laughing at him. Bottom line, have a woman that is always there by you. Big ups to Mercy. So Sunday came, and the day we were all waiting for. Jidenna, hope I got his name correctly. The classic man guy, Jidenna. Yeah, that's his name. Jidenna, yes, he came to the house. I already knew that he was gonna come because he tweeted something about who he's gonna be yarning with, he's gonna be talking with when he goes to the house. He tweeted it on Saturday, so I thought he was actually coming to the party, but he didn't come to the party. He came into the house. And Big Brother is he's the father of all the pepper. That one is also crazy. Do you know what he did? He asked the housemates to freeze, and Ebuka and Jidenna came into the house. Ebuka gave him a tour of the house, even actually giving him some munchies to eat. I think he had is it Pepsi or Mirinda, one of them. And the housemates were just like, oh my goodness, like, you can see, but you can't touch. You cannot talk. They were just doing, it was so funny. At the end of the day, Jidenna left and Biggie unfreezed them, and they were so mad at Biggie. Well, fast forward to the eviction. This eviction was a no-nonsense eviction. Like, no nonsense. There was no music at the beginning. Ebuka just came in and went straight to the eviction, and he said, Esther, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. I was like, God of mercy, who will comfort Frodd now? Who will comfort Onanye Frodd? I thought, I was in my mind, I would say, oh, Frodd, please don't cry, please don't cry, please don't cry, please don't cry. Frodd, please don't cry. So Esther was taken out, Esther left the Big Brother house. Esther was evicted. Now, I now switched over to channel 198. When you're watching it, the eviction show, the live eviction show always shows at all African Magic channels. But if you also want to watch what goes behind the scene, you can always switch to channel 198. So I switched to channel 198 because my sister was telling me, that Frodd is going to cry. I said, no, Frodd will not cry. And guess what? Lo and behold, hey, it was raining tears from Frodd's eyes. I was like, Nanny Frodd has disappointed me. I never respected it. Well, Frodd was crying. Sorry about that. Why am I coughing? Seriously. Okay, so Frodd was crying. It took a while. Lax had to come perform. Lax, the guy, if you remember that song with Wizkid at some years back, Ginger, yeah, that guy. So he performed, and I think they were kind of stalling so as to prepare Esther, because I think Esther was crying backstage. How do I know this? When Esther came out, her eyes were all puffy, even though she was trying to fake a smile. She was asked who she thought would win. She said Sadi or Frodd. I'm like, Sadi, the one that I knew would be going home tonight. Anyways, so they were asking him, they asked her, what do you feel about Nelson? She said Nelson is her G. Then I asked her, what about Frodd? She said, Frodd is a sweet guy. I'm like, it looks like this girl is falling for Frodd, because there was so much silence going on. Like, most times when they ask her questions, will she continue the relationship with Nelson or with Frodd, she would just be like, to be discovered. I'm like, this to be discovered. Your love is now a talent show. No problem. Anyways, that's about it. Ebuka went back to the house. He asked Mike about the conversation Elo, Sadi, and Tacha had about Frodd and his emotions and all that. And Mike straight up answered him. No trying to fake any kind of amnesia or something like that. He straight up answered him. By then, we already know Frodd said he's going to be keeping it real with every of the housemates. They thought, that he's going to be very, very real. Now I'm like, let's gonna see. We're going to see what Frodd is going to do this week. Who else were they? Of course, they showed Kathy and her whole wedding streak. Who else was asked a question? I think Elozanam was asked about him and Diane, about the dry humping. I told you now, the things that were happening behind the scenes under the duvet, and he said there was nothing like that and all that he and Diane are friends. I'm like, any man that used to tell me that both of us are friends, especially when somebody asks, I'm not always 100% sure with you. Anyways, so he went back to the house. Ebuka went back to the house and evicted Sadi. That one jabbed my heart. Even Tacha screamed. Everybody was shocked. Diane was crying. It was so emotional. Like, Sadi's eviction has got to be one of the most emotional evictions ever. The almighty Chacha that we know is very hard. She was touched. She even went and kept hugging Sadi and all that. Diane couldn't hold her tears. It was pouring. So that was how the eviction show went. Ebuka went back and asked Diane how she was feeling. She said not good, that her friends, two of her friends, Esther and Sadi, were evicted. Ebuka reminded her that it's just a show and it's a game. So, and basically after how many days she's going to be seeing them again. So she should not take it that personally. Ebuka talked about them, to advise them that even though some of them have been given strikes and that has changed their strategy, that should not make them to be not counted. They should always make their presence count. So that was how the eviction show went. There was tears and tears from Frodd, from Diane. I'm like, is this gonna be a crying night? But thank God though, God decided to answer my prayer and say, my daughter, don't cry, don't bother again, because there's not gonna be a crying night. And guess what? We had Bam and Jidenna came back. The classic man came back. He came back to chat with the housemates. He brought cake. He said the cake is for his friend that is celebrating his birthday, but he decided to bring the cake for the housemates. He chat with them. He asked Tacha, why is it that you're wearing black shades inside the house? And she said it's because the light, the environment or the lights were too bright. He was like, it happens to me too. He advised if they could get those kind of Temo whatever bulbs that you could change and all that. The head of house, Kathy, brought, I think that was champagne wine, whichever one for them. Mike gave him a pack, the last pack of his cigar, which was great, like two classic men. It was so cute watching Jidenna and Mike. Yes, I know, I'm a girl. Yes, I love that, especially when they hug. They were so cute together. That was it. And then fast forward to the Veto game of chance. Now, the Veto game of chance was basically you get to pick a card, and whatever number of pebble that you find in the card is what you're going to pick and put into your own bowl. And if you pick to pass to another person, you pick from your bowl and pass to the person. The goal is the highest ones, that's the highest numbers leave, the lowest number, the person with the lowest amount of pebble in his bowl at the end of the game wins. So at the end of the day, Mike and Ike left because they had the highest, then Venita and Omoshala, then all of them left. It was now remaining just Tacha and Sheyi, and at the end of the day, Sheyi won the Veto Power Game of... Is it? I always mix up that name. Is it Veto Power Game of Chance or Veto Chance Game of Power? Anyways, that's what Veto Power. Sheyi won the Veto Power. Now, the question is, today, during the nomination show, who do you think that Sheyi is gonna save? Who do you think that Sheyi is gonna replace? Now, you know, Sheyi and Sasha are in two different groups. Let's say Sheyi's group now loses. That means he too will be up for eviction, right? So I know basically he's gonna save himself and replace himself with who? Now let's say Sheyi's group actually wins. Who is he gonna save from the other team and replace with who? This is gonna be one of the epic nomination shows, and you know he cannot say he's gonna forfeit it like he did last time. He's not gonna say that. So guys, that's basically what has been happening in the Big Brother house. Thank you so much for being part of my channel. Thank you so much for all the love you guys have been showing me.